All right, so today I am actually going to do a setup of a live C2 server for Wi-Fi Pineapple and other Hak5 products. It's the Hak5 C2 server. I'm going to be doing it in Digital Ocean, and you guys will get to see me struggle and fail. The reason I am doing this is a good friend of mine, Roddy Bergeron, sent me a Wi-Fi Pineapple Mark 7, which is amazing. So I'm going to try this out. I've already got this set up. I won't waste a lot of your time with the traditional Wi-Fi Pineapple setup. I've already done that. I've also already set up a Digital Ocean Linux machine that we will be working from. So shouldn't be too long of a video, but this is the C2 setup and testing with respect to doing it in DigitalOcean for the Hak5 products. Thanks. And thank you, Roddy Bergeron, for my new toy. So let's get started. I am going to go ahead and switch to a closer camera view of this, and I've got our Mark 5 antennas up and happy, and so we're going to go ahead and plug it into its power source. Let's go ahead and do that here. All right, and we'll wait for that to come up and show up as a device. All right, so we can see that our, Hak5 Pineapple has come up happily, and it is ready. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my desktop screen, and we will see that I have a web application built. It's a Linux virtual machine, Ubuntu virtual machine in in DigitalOcean. And I have already set up a couple of firewalls, bringing in port 8080 in on TCP, as well as allowing myself only TCP connection on 22 for now. We'll find out if that's a problem or if that's going to be okay here in a little bit whenever we go down this process. So I'm going to go ahead and kick over to connect to the VM and start preparing it. Also, I've connected to the Wi-Fi Pineapple so that we can configure here in a bit the actual C2 connection. You'll find this is just a Wi-Fi Pineapple setup doing absolutely nothing. Nothing set up right now, Evil Twin. It's just base model ready to go. So I will go ahead and connect to that over PuTTY. So we're connected to our one virtual CPU, 1 gig of RAM, San Francisco 03 instance. And the first stuff that you're going to want to do is certainly just go ahead and update. So we're going to go ahead and do sudo. I don't think I even have to sudo because I'm in his root, right? So should be able to see apt -y update and sudo, or I should be able to apt get apt-y grade and apt clean. Ah, touche. Fair enough, I did need the sudos. Fine. All right, we're updating. We'll allow that to continue. Dun, 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 dun. And then I am going to go ahead next and download our community zip files from their thing. I'm following a guide that another gentleman made, but essentially it's pretty much just download the files, set up a persistent service, and then set up the correct firewall rules for us to be able to access from the outside. So 74%. Okay. 99%. So we're just going to use a wget command to download from the entire zip. And we're going to place it in our temp community folder. So we're going to paste that in here in a second. I say that. 99. I may remove some of this in the magic of video editing. Nope. Look, finished up pretty quickly. So okay, so Let's go ahead and paste our new command, wget https c2.hak5.org, download community-o temp community, and then unzip temp community-d/temp. So we're going to go ahead and do all of that. So cd sudo mv temp /c2 underscore com. All right, let's try this again. So we'll go ahead and see manually. We'll paste this in, wget saving to community. So there's just an unnamed file. So it didn't unzip. Did I fail the unzip? Ah, gotcha. Ah, touche. All right, let's try this again. I'll just go ahead and start clean with the command. Just do it this way. Hold on. Could have just unzipped it, but I'm being lazy. Okay. So now we're going to move the file we need out of temp. So it's there now. Copy. Paste. We're going to move that. Cannot stat, no such file or directory. Temp C2 dash. Oh, I suppose it's got a variable number now. All right, fine. Looks like I'll do it myself. mv sudo mv tmp c2 dash. And they're wanting me to grab the Linux 64. So AMD 64 Linux C2-3 tab AMD Linux. Well, I guess you have to tell it where to move it. There, goober. And we're going to say /user local bin and sudo make dir /var /hack5 C2. Should do the rest of that. Cool. So now we're going to say we're going to make a new service. And I hate VIM. Jesus. So we're going to go ahead and create the data for this. But we're going to modify some of the variables. Oh, that's not what it's called, is it? I would have set myself up for failure there. So it's actually called... Did I rename it to that at least? Hold on. Oh, gosh. You're going to see my horrible VI skills. So we're going to take a break here and start again with Nano in just a second. But I have to escape my VIM, so I'm going to press pause. Okay, Nano instead. You guys can make fun of me for that. That's fine. But okay, so we're in Nano now. We need to go edit a couple of things. So we need to go change the actual file because I don't think that is... Oh, that's the point of contention we had before, wasn't it? ls /... where did we put that? User local bin C2.3, C2-3. So let's just copy this because we're going to need that as our start file. Oh, you jaggy. Gosh, Matt. Fail blog. Oh, I do have it though, so that's cool. All right, cool. All right, so doop-a-doop-a-doop. Down, 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 down. Write a bunch. Delete a bunch. Oh, goodness gracious, Matt. Terrible with this. It's okay. I still like me. Anyone watching my video probably hates me pretty bad right now, but that's okay. All right, host name, IP address, or host name. That needs to be definitely the external IP of this. And so you can get this from your Digital Ocean box. So, oh, and then we're telling it HTTPS because we're going to get a certificate here in a bit, just a self-signer. But let's get the IP address of the Digital Ocean. So you can get this right here. It's also got a copy button, which I clicked accidentally. So let's just go back here and show you the copy button. Click, awesome. And then we'll go back to our Linux machine and we'll paste that in. HTTPS var Hak5 C2. Okay, I think it should probably be Hak5 C2 would be my supposition. All right, I think this template should do us. So Control X here to save. No, that's not what I want. That's Windows X, you goober. Control X, yes, I'd like to write that, please. Thank you. Okay, back to our original steps. Next step. So we've already made the system service. We made the template for it. And then doop-a-doop-a-doop, idle, template B. Ah, I see. Just a different one for HTTP. Okay. Nope, I'm good. Thank you. Fine, totally. Okay, sudo, we're going to basically reload the system. Daemon, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so created symlink to that service, which is awesome. And then we're going to get the status of that service and just see if it's running. Running. Okay, good. Good. All right, so what did it say here? Setup token. Gave me a setup token. Oh, good. It's too far outside the screen on the scroll bar. Okay. So essentially, setting up the device is that simple. Oh, I see. I need that setup token. Okay. Do I have a horizontal scroll to the right? Probably not. Oh, why would you keep trying to right click, Matt? You're terrible. All right, let's go. I'm going to go ahead and grab this out a different way over here. And I'll find my token that I need. So, oh no, it just totally truncated. That's funny. All right, let's change our font real quick. Change settings. I'll just go ahead and tee it out. But I already changed my font enough that I can get what I need out of this. So I have my setup key. So I have my setup key copied into memory. So we're going to go back to our C2 server and go to sign into it. So we're going to go ahead, copy this as well. What did I miss about certificates? What am I missing? I'm going to think about this and be back. I think what this is going to be is I need to change some firewall rules in DigitalOcean to allow access, and then I will, well, let's just do it. I'm going to go ahead and allow 443 into this as well. So we'll go to networking, firewalls, and then we'll go to Hak5 firewall, and we'll add HTTPS to it from all. We'll see if that's our problem or if we have a bad cert or something, because I don't think I set up a cert. Okay, so I figured out what's wrong here, I believe, in the sense that HTTPS can only be enabled if you are, and Let's Encrypt automatically getting you a cert if you own a DNS name. So like if you put in something like Hak5 C2 dot, let's see, eatsqr.com. codes.com. I think that's my domain. Let's go check that real quick. Oh, there we go. Signing in. I'm going to be back in a second. Okay, it was eatsqrcode.com. So I'm going to go ahead and say DNS management, DNS manage zones, eatsqrcode.com, and I'm going to add a record. So Hak5 C2 points to 18. What was that IP? 165.232.165.232.38.81. So we'll make that a half-hour TTL if we can. Save. All right, so now I have made a DNS record. Let's make sure it resolves real quick before Let's Encrypt gets going. Ping. So we'll go ahead and go over here and say ping Hak5 C2 dot eatsqrcode.com. Oh, ping Hak5 C2 dot eatsqrcode.com would be much more better. It did resolve. Okay, great. So now we have that resolving. So we've saved this. HTTPS should be fine. So I think the rest of this should be good. I'm going to go ahead and Control X and save that modified buffer. And I'm going to restart the services. All right. So now let's see sudo system CTL status Hak5.service. Hak5 dependency after Hak5.service. File execution dependency after dropped. Auto cert missing. Oh, that was the errors from me trying to connect. Okay, that makes sense. So let's just see if we can, if we're good now. I don't think so. I think it launched unhappily now. But we shall see. We might have to start again. So https:// hack.eatsqrcode.com. And I'm betting we're not running right now. So TLS handshake error. Dependency after Hak5. Let's just restart. I'll give it the 10-second count. So I mean, it does show 165, 232, 138, 81. So that part's good. So system control status. Let's just look at. Okay, says it's happy this time. So maybe after I was playing around with that, it didn't like the way it got reloaded. So just a hard reboot. Let's bring this up and see if we get connected with certificates this time. Spinning circle, spinning circle, spinning circle. Yay! All right. After 4.5 billion years, we're going to go ahead and fill out the rest of this. So I have a community edition license. I have a token. I need to get my license key. So let me go ahead and get that real quick. And we'll start again. So we finally got to this stage to where we are accessing this from outside. I'll probably limit the HTTPS down if I can to just my site so that I don't allow the attack surface if that's possible. And then we'll go from there. I'll be right back. Okay, let's finish filling this out. I went ahead and got my license key from my handy dandy email from the registration. The root account is going to be Matt Lee, just so that way they can definitely attribute it to me. Cyber Matt Lee, password. All right. Default site name. Let's just call this Lee House. I don't know. No, we'll call this Lee Assets. Lee Assets. That's fine. I don't care. Accept the EULA. Save. User info data cannot be blank. So no amount of this data can be blank. So what's that contact that they want? Not sure. And then site description. Do I really have to put that in there? Contact. It is. All right, good. So we are now connected to the C2 server. I think all that's necessary now to join an asset to this should just be us putting in the information and that code. So let's go back to the Wi-Fi Pineapple, and we're going to go to settings on this. I think it's under advanced. It's not. Networking settings, probably likely. So cloud right there in front of me. Choose file. Okay, so there's a config file of some sort that we have to get from this. So let's go ahead and say adding devices to C2. Oh, I see. Okay, so you do create this here. There's an add device button right in front of my face. And we're going to call this Matt's Matt Mark VII Mark 7, Pineapple Mark 7, add device. And I'm assuming there's a file. Yeah, there it is. Okay, very cool. So we have this device.config. So we're going to go back to our Wi-Fi Pineapple. And we're going to grab that download file out of downloads, device.config, and we're going to upload config file. Okay, it's enrolled. So let's see what is happening. And we do have a device. Yes, very cool. So we now have our, let's take a look real quick. Device up and running. It's connected. It says it's been up for an hour. Now it's saying uptime 11 seconds. So I'm making the assumption it's telling it to restart kind of all that information. But now I think we could start doing recon. And we could turn on recon and start doing a recon scan and start getting assets and getting wireless networks around us without actually being connected to the Wi-Fi Pineapple, right? So the point would be for this is now I can actually drop this off with cellular connection for outside internet or its own other methodologies by having access to the other network. But this gives you the ability to start scanning stuff remotely and not having to maintain any type of direct access to this device through that other, but rather doing it through the C2. So thank you, Roddy Bergeron. You are the man. I appreciate it. I'm going to go do some bad things with this. I meant good things. And I'm actually probably going to record a demo here in a little bit around deauthentication of clients and things like that from this, probably using cellular. So thank you so much. I'll see you later.